What is up, everybody? Welcome to the last look for UFC Vegas 31. We'll talk some bets. We'll talk some DFS. Unfortunately, deja vu. We had another fight get canceled. Last week, it was my man Yajong Hu against Alan Amadovsky. That fight was off. I had a bet on Yajong Hu. I had two bets on that fight. This week, Miles Johns versus Dos Santos is off. I had a bet on Miles Johns. I had two bets on that fight as well. So deja vu for me. Had to change up all my DraftKings lineups. Not much to really change. I didn't have much Miles Johns, but I did have a decent amount of Anderson Dos Santos. I did like him as a dog with some upside on DK. But yeah, I mean, 10 fights on the card. Honestly, not the best card in the world, but still another opportunity to make some money. I'm feeling pretty good about the bets. Feeling pretty good about the DraftKings outside of there's probably going to be a lot of ties. I mean, I feel really comfortable with my lineups, but just looking at them, there's definitely going to be a lot of ties. I can also see another situation, especially with now 10 fights, where we do potentially do have a loser on the winning lineup like last week. So, regardless, another card. It's a Saturday. We get to watch some fights, so really can't complain at all. So, what's up, everybody in the chat? Thank you for hanging out, as always, every Saturday. We have Thomas, first one in the chat. What's up, Thomas? Give me violence. Yeah, I saw you commented on my video. You have a lot of violence bets, and I agree with every single one of them. I think a lot of fights are going to finish. I know we have 10 fights. I do see the majority of them finishing for the most part. We have Plague Round in the chat. What is up, Plague? What is up, Paul? What's up, my guy? What's up, Paul? How you doing? Tyler in the chat. Sneaky MVP plays on FanDuel. Not much of a FanDuel guy. I'm more of a DK guy, but maybe Benitez could be sneaky. I can see him stuffing some takedowns from Billy Q. Other than that, not really anything sneaky that really sticks out. Maybe Taha could be sneaky if he does stuff takedowns. DraftKings looking really chalky this week. Time to get different. Yep, yes, it is very chalky this week. I can see the winning lineup tied with a lot of people. Sup, Brady? Let's get it. What is up to you as well? Good luck to you tonight. Miles Johns killed me. He killed. He didn't even fight. 3-unit play on him. Yeah, it sucks, man. I had a 2-unit play on him. This is something I bet like 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago, I think, on Miles Johns there. I was looking forward to it. But yeah, the fight is off due to Anderson Dos Santos. I believe either him or one of his corner guys had COVID. So that sucks. Let's go, Big Brady. Let's go as well. We have Chris in the chat. What's up, Chris? Chris, you coming over and watching the fights, man, again? Sup, Brady? Good luck today. Good luck to you as well. Good luck to you as well. We got Spencer in the chat. But yeah, the card, at least from like a violent standpoint, it should be a decent card. As far as like name value, decent fights. Makhachev. You have Gamrot Stevens, but I agree with Ace Money. We want violence. I agree. We want violence. What's up, Vince? Brady Mob. Billy Q did look in really good shape. We'll definitely check some line movement. It looks like a lot of money is coming in on the Billy Q side. Good luck to you as well, Gaming Wolf. Let's get this. I agree. What is up to you, Stellar? Top three in what? Big Brady, good luck, and thanks for the tips. Let's go, Brady fam. Yep, let's go. Good luck to you tonight. Sneaky FanDuel play is D-Rod and MVP. Yeah, potentially. I mean, I think D-Rod scores a ton. I don't really think he's sneaky. I mean, if he is, yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, D-Rod's going to score a ton. I think he stuffs a lot of takedowns and gets a finish. Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? Hopefully you are doing well. Good luck to you tonight. Billy did look jacked. Looked like he did focus on that strength and conditioning since his last fight for sure. Cooking some Alfredo and winning some money tonight. There you go. Let's go. Let's get it. Good day, moneymakers. What is up, Davey? Fun fact, Billy Q is my old boss's nephew. There you go. I bet you're rooting for him tonight then. Just my 2 cents. What is up, 2 cents? Sup, Brady? Best of luck tonight, dude. Good luck to you as well. 2 cents on your picks and on your bets if you do have some. Taha lost to Barcelos. Can't trust him. I mean, Barcelos is legit, but I do like Morozov myself. Let's make some money. I train UFC. There you go. There you go. I'm going to Donnie's. Big Brady in the bunch. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to you as well, Dustin. Thanks for hanging out. Names are okay, but money is green. Exactly. Billy Q's in that horse meat. He could be. DraftKings was really tricky this week. You had to pick serious dog on each lineup. Yeah, the dogs are weird. Not really picking much dogs to win. I have Morozov, but outside of that, I kind of like Billy Q as a dog on DK. And I'm kind of just like sprinkling some of these pump players like Badeau, Gordon, Stoltzfus, guys like that. Very well could see a situation where there's another fighter that lost on the winning lineup. I train UFC, you mean MMA. The bottom looking this week. Yep. I think there's upside with that bottom, but I agree. I think they lose for sure. Did someone say they train UFC? I think they were joking. Hopefully they were joking. What's up, Brady? Haven't been able to show my face in the chat since Procopio's cramps. Let's go, Morozov. Yep, she did have the cramps indeed. I wasn't surprised, man. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but yeah, that was not good. Ruiz and Gordon, my top punts. Yeah, I do have a decent amount of Gordon. Ruiz is actually my lowest owned fighter. I have 1% Ruiz. Cash game picks. For cash games, I like Makhachev. I actually don't hate the stack this week because it allows you to go up and get those 9K fighters. So Moises, Makhachev. I don't hate, Billy Q in cash. I think is fine. Morozov in cash as a dog is fine. Up top, I like D-Raw, Nascimento, guys like that. I don't really think there's a wrong option up top this week. There's the top options are stacked. Bado getting KO'd. I'd say submitted, but KO'd potentially. Good luck, sir. Who's your favorite contrarian play? So in my DK article, I always do a low-owned dart throw, and that dart throw is going to be Khalid Taha. I think he's going to be one of the lower-owned plays on the slate based off the fact that a lot of people, including me, are picking Morozov, and for a good reason. But if Taha does win, the guy's a finisher. He has a ton of power. Morozov has been finished before. So for my low-owned dart throw, I did put Khalid Taha. Are the fights tonight? They sure are. They sure are. I think they'll push the start time back like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes because we did lose a fight like last week. Last week, the fights didn't start for like a while, it looked like, after we lost the fight. Yep, only 10 fights today. Since John's is out, do you have any tweaks to the betting? Yeah, actually, I do. I did add some new bets. If you guys have not followed me on Twitter or Instagram, I did post them on there. But I did add 3 small prop sprinkles. I'm not one to like chase if a bet does get canceled or something like that, but these were some spots that I was looking at all week. Decided to pull the trigger. So I have a quarter unit on Amanda Lemos winning in round 1, a quarter unit on Lemos winning in round 2. The first round is plus 320, second round is plus 550, and basically I think Lemos does finish Ruiz. I think she's a level above by a significant margin. And you take a look at Lemos, she only has 1 decision win, the rest are finishes. I didn't want to mess around with the first round knockout or the first round sub. I just went straight first round or second round. Also, another fun fact, Lemos has 7 wins in the first round out of her 9 wins. Pretty crazy to think about. So I think it's a first round finish. If not, I have the second round just in case. But yeah, took a little bit of sprinkles on those first and second round props. If she wins in the third round, I'll be pretty upset. So hopefully she gets it done in those first 2 rounds. But regardless, a couple sprinkles there. And then I also put a half a unit on Nascimento to win inside the distance. Again, I didn't mess around with the sub. I didn't mess around with the first round prop, the second round prop, the TKO. I just went straight inside the distance, half a unit, minus 190. Seems safe to me. But yeah, those are my late add-ons there. 3 late add-ons, a total of a unit, a couple sprinkles there that I do like. But I think there's a very good chance Nascimento wins this inside the distance. So hopefully that does cash there. To get knocked out plus 400, yeah, I'd take that. Honestly, I think Gamrot versus Islam is more competitive. Am I wrong? Probably wrong. Yeah, I'd say so. Since John's already read through that, thoughts on Bado sub plus 1850? Yeah. I mean, anything can happen in MMA, but I'd say there's like a 0% chance. I don't believe he has any subs on his record. I can check, but I'd be shocked if he did. Let's take a look. Bado has 0 subs on his record, and Nascimento is a legit grappler. So, I mean, I'd lean towards no, unless he like tapped to strikes. But nah. Taha by KO. Yep, that's how he wins. Not a terrible bet, in my opinion, although I am betting Morozov at that dog money. I think if Taha wins, it is by knockout. He said I train UFC. Yeah, guys, we have about 170 in here. If you guys can hit the like button, that'd be much, much appreciated. Subscribe if you have not yet. Probably going live tomorrow to recap the fights. And then, of course, we have Stat Diggers with Uncle Weezy on Pub Sports Radio, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, as always. And what a card we have next week. A ton of fights. I think there's like 14 fights next week, which, again, we're probably going to lose like 2 or 3, but still, 14 fights to break down. Should be fun. I already have 3 bets, 2 pretty big bets for next week as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to next week's card and that Stat Digger show with Moises, as always. Hey, Brady, DK is going to be crazy tonight. Lots of interesting fights. Yep, for sure. I wonder if there's going to be like a stack in the winning lineup this week. I mean, we've seen it before. And just some of the ones that come to mind. Sakai Overeem, I was able to get a takedown stack with that. But I think there's like 7 fights on that card. Poirier Hooker stack, I believe got a takedown before as well. I wonder if one of these stacks is going to get a takedown this week, which I don't know. It could 10 fights. I could see it. Lots of big favorites that are going to get it done. But regardless, weird night on DK for sure. Misha doing the job for her buddy's retirement fight via armbar. Yeah, that Misha fight's tough to call. I'm picking Misha, but lots of red flags. Vieira or Gamrot, I like them both. I have more Vieira for the upside. I think if you're talking cash games, Gamrot, tournaments, I'd probably take the upside with Vieira. He has that first round upside. That's what it seems like past 2 weeks. Sacrificed 2 of my bets, John's, and I had the under. Last week I had Yajong and the under. So, yeah, deja vu for me. Razor Sharp, what is up, Razor Sharp picks? Good luck tonight. Brady, good luck to you as well. If you have any bets, Razor's been killing the UFC this year, and he's not even a UFC guy. He does other sports, but shout out to Razor. He's been killing it. Islam KO, TKO, or submission. Nasameno KO, TKO, or submission. Vieira KO, TKO, or submission. Gamrot money line plus 900 parlay for me. I say that hits. Say it hits. Only thing I'd be worried about a little bit would be that Islam KO or submission, but I do think he gets it done inside the distance. I've got a big bet on the final fight, sub and KO. Do you think it can happen? I do think it can happen for sure. I did the under in that fight, covered both sides. If Moises wins, it's going to be a KO or submission. If Islam wins, I can see it being a late finish. Thiago Moises is better than his record indicates. I agree. I think he's pretty good. Moises by guillotine. He does love that guillotine. I mean, anything can happen, but I just think it's unlikely. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not laying the minus 800 on Islam. I'll tell you that. Anything can happen. So 0% chance. Yeah, maybe I'd be shocked, man. But no by sub parlay piece. Nah, come on. Which loser could score high? I think Billy Quarantillo in a loss could score high. The guy's going to throw a ton of volume. He probably does get some takedowns. He probably gets beat up, but yeah, Billy Q in a loss. Like that's one of the fights I could see. If he does lose, he scores well, and he could end up on the optimal in a loss there. So main event stacks and too crazy. I'm stacking it in cash personally, but as far as tournaments, I mean, maybe. Moises is very cheap. He's going to rack up strikes. He has 5 rounds to work with. It could happen on a 10-fight slate. But I'm not doing it personally in tournaments. It's just cash for me. Figgy by decision because he took Jerome Rivera to decision. Yeah, Jerome Rivera's not great. His chin's not great, but I think Malcolm Gordon's chin's even worse, and that's saying a lot right there. Fig by decision. I'm more so on the knockout side. Better fight card next week. Hopefully some cash tonight. Yep, that's the plan. Lamos inside the distance. Yeah, I like that. I personally took a quarter unit on the first and second round props, but yeah, inside the distance is pretty solid, I'd say. Vieira or D-Rod in the stack. In cash, I'd probably go D-Rod. I don't know if I trust Vieira in cash with that gas tank. I think D-Rod's a safer option. Great content. Hit the like. Appreciate that, Jeremiah. I had lost Hugh in a bet last week. I was looking forward to his fight. Too bad. Yeah, I was looking forward to that one as well. And I was looking forward to the Miles John Dos Santos fight. That fight was going to be good. You have only one bet so far for next week on Patreon. You're gonna have to go back like a couple weeks. I posted one like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I posted one 3 weeks ago, one 2 weeks ago, and then one a couple days ago. So if you can't find them, hit me up. I'll let you know which ones those are. But yeah, I posted them a while ago. Misha, if you're then McGregor's dancing game, yep, pretty iffy, but I think she wins. You think Islam's going the distance? I'd say no. I think a late finish. Again, if Moises wins, submission or a knockout, which I think is unlikely, but then again, it could happen. And if Islam wins, I think it's going to be him basically breaking Moises. We have seen Moises slow down, but we haven't seen Makhachev get into that 4th and 5th round yet. So it's going to be interesting to see that, but I do see a late finish. Best cash plays 7,500 and under. There's not much, man. I kind of dumpster dived and went Moises over anybody down there because you don't want to play Gordon in cash. You don't want to play Badeau in cash. You don't want to play Parsons in cash. You don't want to play Stoltzfus in cash. So I just kind of went down and got Moises and went up and got some studs up top. 0% Rodolfo was losing by yeah, I agree to that. I probably, if I didn't say that, that's probably something I was thinking. 0% chance. What's up, Brady? Who's the best dog tonight? I think the best dog is either Morozov or Billy Q. There's not much to work with for dogs this week, but one of those two. Can't believe Renault's doing this at 60. Yeah, 60 years old, going strong. Going strong. We'll see if she can pull it off tonight. She's 44. She's 44. Talking about MMA prediction guru. Yeah, not much to say about that. What's up, Brady? Let's get this money. $ gang. I agree. Let's get this money. But yeah, so I do want to take a look at these odds, see where the lines are moving, see where the lines are going. So yeah, Islam Makhachev minus 750. Oh my goodness, man. Wow. Lots of money pouring in on Miesha Tate. Lots of people betting Miesha Tate. Lots of people picking Miesha Tate. Sketchy fight. I wouldn't do it personally, but hey, I think it does. Think it does hit. Just not something I can personally put my money on. Lots of money pouring in on Gamrot. You have Gamrot minus 255 now. He was around minus 200 earlier in the week. I remember seeing him at like minus 190 as well. But yeah, money coming in on Gamrot. Vieira line stayed the same around minus 210. You see him minus 200 on 5 dimes. Honestly, in hindsight, Vieira at minus 210 could look like an absolute steal. I talked about on the live stream, like what would have happened if Vieira would have finished Hernandez in that first round or would have won that fight, or if that fight it never happened. We would see Vieira at minus 500 or minus 600 in this fight. But I just can't do it, man. I can't do that with that cardio. Looks like late money coming on Billy Q. We now have Benitez minus 149, minus 137 on 5 dimes. D-Rod around minus 350. Lemos minus 600. Nothing's really changed there. Late money coming in on Taha. Morozov now plus 128. He was like plus 118 earlier this morning. So late money coming in on the Taha side. Of course, the Dos Santos and John's fight is off. And it looks like we do have some money coming in on Malcolm Gordon. Gordon now plus 239. He was plus 265, 270. And now some late money is coming in on Malcolm Gordon. And then late money coming in on Nascimento as well. And I believe, yeah, minus 400, minus 425 for that fight doesn't go to decision. So hopefully we start off the night right with Nascimento finishing this man inside the distance. I have no distance in a parlay, and I also have half a unit on Nascimento inside the distance. So hopefully the night starts off right there. But yeah, interesting line movement. Nothing really sticks out, but yeah, some late money on Gamrot. Tate, that kind of surprises me, but I do think Tate does win the fight. But yeah, I'm not betting it, especially at minus 180. No way, ever. I don't even think I bet at minus 120, to be honest. But she probably wins. Uncle Weezy in the chat. Didn't oversleep this week. Let's get this money, my man. Yeah, glad you did not oversleep. And I'm glad you were able to fix your lineups before the lock. That's always good. Don't forget to follow Brady on Twitter. He posts all the juicy updates. Yep, I did post 3 new props on there. 3 new bets. Feeling pretty solid about the card, to be honest. Kind of sucks I lost that John's bet, though. In GPP, I have more Thiago Moises because Makhachev is very pricey. We shall see. Makhachev has not seen those 5 rounds yet. I agree. We shall see tonight. Yep, I have about 15% Moises, and Islam is my highest owned fighter just because he has the highest ceiling. I mean, so many takedowns, potentially, so much control time. Really hard to get away from Islam, Makhachev, and DK. But yeah, I definitely get the Moises. He's very cheap, and he's a good fighter. But Islam's very, very good. Hey, bro, what is up? How you doing? Makhachev minus 700 is not something to bet on, or I would bet on. Yeah, I agree. I would not either. D-Rod in the first or second round, minus 110. Tons of value there. Yeah, what book is that? Because I agree. So, yeah, so I did take D-Rod by 0.75 units by knockout and 0.25 units on the submission prop plus 1,600. Shout out to Uncle Weezy for pointing that out. But yeah, I would love D-Rod to submit him. That would be awesome. But either way, I do think D-Rod's finishing and probably in the first or second round. I agree. There's tons of value there. I think there was a prop on FanDuel Sportsbook, like Nascimento wins in round 1 or round 2. Like I think it was like minus 158, something like that, minus 160. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good look for sure. What do you think of Stevens tonight? I think he has a puncher's chance. I think he hits very hard. 18 knockdowns in the UFC, tons of knockouts. Gamrot's never been knocked out, but he has been hurt before. I think he loses though, but hey, he can knock him out potentially. Love watching yours and Clint's predictions. Yep, Clint's the man. Help me hit 2 10-leg parlays the past 3 months. There you go. Congrats. That's awesome. 10-leggers are really hard to hit. Call me crazy, but I got Montserrat Ruiz. Yeah, I don't understand this Montserrat Ruiz love. A lot of people. You're not the only one. So I wouldn't say you're crazy, but I'm pretty high on Amanda Lemos. But you're definitely not the only one. I see a lot of people on her. I don't know if it's the bunny outfit or the bunny ears, the tail. But as far as the fight go, I just don't understand. Yeah, hard to see a path to victory. Her path to victory is taking down Lemos and laying on her, holding her against the cage, hoping Lemos gasses out. But the size difference is just crazy. And she's one-dimensional. She has that wrestling. Her striking is not good. No volume, no striking defense. She's going to get hurt bad on the feet. So, yeah, we'll see. Thoughts on a 2-team parlay, Tate and Gamrot? I mean, I wouldn't do it, but yeah, go for it. I think they win. Just not something I do personally. I do have two-leggers, D-Rod Lemos, and a violence parlay of the Vieira fight finishing along with Nascimento fight finishing. But yeah, not something I do personally. You could just bet him straight. Well, I don't know about the line now with Tate. I would not do that. This card is not good for betting. Potentially, I think there's some solid spots. Not surprised. Money's coming on Gordon. Figgy should be a big favorite or should not be a big favorite against anyone. I agree. I don't think he's that great at all. Anyone have a link to watch the fight? I believe it's on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Ashline, Islam, Moises, Lemos, Cornetio, Morozov, Rodriguez. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Just got here. Do you think? What do you think of Makhachev by sub? I don't hate it. I think if it is a sub, it's probably like late in the fight. I think it's going to be because Moises does gas out bad. But I could see like a sub, a TKO, late finish either way. Taking a small shot on Islam round 4 and round 5 plus 1,000 plus 1,500, way too much value. I agree. I think if there's a finish, it is in one of those rounds. What is up, James Brady? One of the best in the business. Appreciate that, James. When does the match start in Swedish time? You got to be joking, right? Yeah, like I don't know about that. Only one fight cancel, right? Yep, one fight cancel. One fight cancel. Tate's coming off a fire layoff and 2 kids. It's a no bet for me. Yeah, I mean, so many red flags. I know Renault's 44 years old, but still, so many red flags. It's crazy. Islam not shooting it much on Davi Hamos should be a huge concern, though. Yeah, that was weird. But you got to imagine that, he watched the tape and saw that Moises can be taken down. He can be controlled. So I'd be pretty surprised if Makhachev did not go for takedowns. If he doesn't go for takedowns, I can tell you right now, he's not going to look minus 700. So 207 people watching. Slam the like button. Appreciate that. Razor, yep, if you guys can hit the like button, we're almost to 300 people in here. Pretty good for a card like this, to be honest. Yeah, just hit 302. So yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. The card's not the best, but we got some fights, so can't complain. Stevens KO plus 550. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what book that is, but I saw Stevens KO earlier in the week was like plus 470. Now I think it's like plus 375, or at least on one of my books. But yeah, plus 550. Don't hate that. That's probably how he wins. Do you think McGregor and Poirier fight again? I don't know. Sounds like both Connor, Dustin, and Dana White think so. So, I mean, if they think so, potentially, but, probably everybody else doesn't really want to see that fight. At least I don't. But, yeah, and I imagine if that fight does happen, Dustin's going to be a ginormous favorite. Nascimento has to take him to the ground. Yep. He has to take him to the ground for sure. Any chance Lemos can gas out? She did before. She did against Leslie Smith. It's just that fight was at 135. She gassed out bad in that second round, and she ended up getting finished by Leslie Smith. She did slow down in one other fight. I forget who it was against. It was in the UFC. She slowed down like in the late 3rd round, But I kind of thought like if she does like gas out, which is like worst case scenario, she probably wins those first 2 rounds pretty handedly. And I don't think Ruiz has the submission game or the finishing power to finish a gassed out Lemos. So at the very worst, Ruiz wins that 3rd round. It could be the butt shaking. It could be the butt shaking for sure. Her face-off game, it is. I think that's why she's getting so much fans. Like a lot of people like her, which it's understandable. It's the bunny ear. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Nascimento has to take him down, make quick work of him. I do think that happens. Any chance for Stoltzfus if he gets to round 2? Yeah, 100%. If he can survive the first round, he is going to be live. He's going to be live. Vieira has no gas tank. You can't say you like Ruiz. You can say you can like the price you're getting, but even if there's evens, who are you taking? If it's evens, I'm taking Lemos. Do you pay attention to LFA? Hit lots of dogs, massive value in those promotions. Every once in a while, I just don't have time to. I'm so busy with the UFC to even get into like the LFA, the Bellator. I'd like to eventually, but it's just so much work. Especially with the Sunday show I'm doing now with Uncle Weezy. I got to be prepared for that show on Sunday. I got to start taping fights. I taped like 3 or 4 today. I got to tape like 3 or 4 tonight, and I'm going to spend all day tomorrow on Sunday researching fights. So it's so hard, especially when you're trying to get content out for UFC early. Just put $20 on a 10-fight parlay, all favorites. Wish me luck. Good luck. If it's going to happen, it's going to be this card, man. So there you go. I have a parlay of Tate to win, Gamrot by TKO, Islam by submission, 100 to win, 1,900. Could happen. Could happen. What fight is canceled? Miles Johns versus Anderson dos Santos. I'm sure the love for Ruiz is the bunny outfit and the tail. Did you see her at the stare downs yesterday? Wow. Yeah, I saw it. I definitely saw it. You also bet them separately. There you go. The only way that headlock thing from Ruiz works is if you're a child and never fought an older sibling. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to work against somebody as high level as Amanda Lemos. You wouldn't think. This is a night of the favorites. Yep, I agree. What's up? I bet with the GOAT. You think D-Rod doesn't finish him? I think he does. Parsons has never seen the scorecards, and Parsons has never seen the 3rd round, I don't believe, as well. Circa Sportsbook has the best lines. Have to check it out. You got one bet. There you go. Hopefully you hit it. Billy Q plus 143. You have definitely a very popular dog there. And I think he beat some line limit as well. So there you go. Best of luck. Best. Has the Vieira fight been canceled too? It's not on BetMGM or DK. If it's canceled, I'm going to freak out. So hopefully not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it should be on. I don't see why it would not be on. But if it is, I'm going to be very upset. Tavi, how much is a BJJ World Champion casual? Call in PayPal at casual. Yeah. Yep. Why would Makhachev want to take him down? Yep, there you go. Islam in round 2 or round 3. Could happen. I'm leaning more towards like round 4 or round 5. Gamrot by decision. I agree. You think wins? Lewis or Gane? I think Gane wins. But Lewis, you can never count him out against anybody. He'll lose the entire fight up until he finds that one shot. Meno is minus 400 now. Fight doesn't go decision. Highest on the card. Yep. I did have that in a parlay. I got it at, where did I get it out? Minus 360. And for a good reason. I think the fight does finish one way or another. Both guys have never seen the scorecards. I don't see that changing. My bookie made a mistake and gave me Vieira by sub at plus 640. Okay. I had a lot of money on that line. Do you think I should live everything until the end, or should I cash out some? I mean, yeah, I mean, keep it plus 640. You got to take advantage of that. I think if he does win, it is by submission. And Rodriguez to win in round 2 is plus 500 on Barstool. I could see it. Montserrat is a baddie low key. Yep, she's definitely the better looking fighter in this fight. So if people are picking by looks, yeah, I think Ruiz is a live dog in that aspect. Best underdog, it's either Morozov or Billy Q, but there's not much to work with for dogs this week. Is the start time move back to 6:30? You'd imagine. I don't think it has been officially, but you gotta imagine it does. After Lemos destroys her OnlyFans, yeah, I'm sure she'd get a lot of signups if she did make an OnlyFans. Optimal will have 5 wins on DK. Yeah, I can kind of see it. I wasn't really seeing it with like 11 fights, but now with 10, I can kind of see it. Billy Q or Gamrod. Gamrod. Man, stat diggers are so much work, but it's worth it. Yep, people seem to like it. People seem to like that early content, so we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. I like doing it. But yeah, it is a ton of work for sure. If Ruiz wins, it will be a Rodolfo 2.0. The whole MMA betting community will be depressed. I won't be depressed. Well, maybe a little bit actually. But yeah, I'd be kind of surprised. Brady and Weezy work harder than a roofer in Baghdad. Interesting. We do work pretty hard. Moises, Islam, Stack, and Cash. Yep. In tournaments, I'm a little bit iffy about it, but maybe a couple lineups you could try. Can I get a birthday Brady fist bump? Of course. There you go. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Hype MMA. Hopefully you enjoy your birthday and hopefully you make some money. You like Benitez as a John's replacement? You're talking in terms of DK? Yeah, I don't hate it. In terms of DK, yep. I think the only underdog that wins is Morozov. I'm right there with you, but some of these dogs are alive. It's just, I don't know. I think a lot of favorites win. It went from 10 fights to 9 on both books, is why I asked. Hopefully they're still on, but you never know. You never know. We'll see. Your fight is on the MGM app. Sandhagen or Dillashaw. Kind of looked into that fight today. I need to do a lot more tape study on it, but first look is going to be Sandhagen. But still have a lot of tape to go on that one still. Late to the party, but let's go Brady. Haven't been able to do much research this week due to work, so hoping I get some tips here. There you go. Let's get it to 100 likes. I agree. 350 in here. If you guys can leave a like, that'd be sweet. PayPal. Going at it with Omar. There you go. Who do you trust more, Gamrot or Vieira? I trust Gamrot more, but I think Vieira has more upside in like terms of DraftKings. Ruiz a stick. Yep. I think D-Rod takes him out late second. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like second round, maybe third round. Why is D-Rod such a big favorite? He's good everywhere. He's good, striking, grappling, takedown defense, well-rounded. He's battle-tested. He's experienced. Going against a Preston Parsons who, don't get me wrong, he's really good. It's just short notice. Not the best competition. When he has fought somebody decent, he's got finished. So a lot of things going against Parsons. I think Parsons has a lot of upside in the future. It's just a tough ask to come in here and beat D-Rod on 9 days' notice. D-Rod TKO or sub. Nascimento TKO or sub. Lemos win. Vieira fight isn't a good decision. I like that parlay quite a bit. Johns and Dos Santos is off. Hot take. Dominic thinks Lemos is hotter. Don't know how many people would agree with that one. Nascimento win plus Figuerado in the distance plus or $150 parlay. I don't hate that. Lemos Rodriguez and Islam parlay easy. I don't disagree with that. Y'all are sleeping on Stevens via TKO, and if he wins, it's by KO. Interesting point. Yeah, stack the Billy Q fight. So Billy Q fights, they score pretty high. I know Uncle Weezy has the DraftKings stats on that, but yeah, they typically score very high, win or loss for either guy. So yeah, I think could be sneaky. For sure. Billy fight score like a ton. Lots of volume either way. He's very hittable. I can see some takedowns, some grappling exchanges, so don't hate it. Stevens wins, great value. Yeah, especially now where like the line's going. If you do like Stevens, now's probably the time to bet him. Lots of money coming in on Gamrot late. Stevens is now plus 215. He was like plus 178, plus 181, plus 185, 95, and now 215. So if you do like Stevens, there you go. Or the KO prop even would be decent. That's how he wins, I think. I'd be kind of surprised if Stevens won a decision or something like that. Do we like Malcolm Gordon or Misha better on FanDuel? I guess Misha Tate, if anybody. little bit iffy on Malcolm Gordon. I have some exposure, but the guy's chin just so bad. Who's the best low salary fighter you like? I don't. I just kind of split my exposure. I'll tell you my percentages right now. I have, um, let's see. I have 29% Parsons, 28% Stoltzfus, 28% Gordon, 25% Badeau. So I kind of just like split them all up. I have 11% Moises as well. So kind of just split them all up. No hot takes on any of them to win, but I do feel like maybe one can pull it off. Yeah, it is hard to find dogs for sure. What do you think about Elliott plus 130 next week? I can just not trust Minner. I thought Derek Minner was fighting what's his face? Elkins. I thought Minner was fighting Elkins, not Elliott. Are you thinking of Elkins? I don't know. Unless that fight got changed. Is Benitez going the distance? I'm leaning toward. I don't know. It's a tough one. Flip a coin for that one. I can see a finish either way, but maybe it does go to decision. No really hot take on that. Lemos is rather handsome. I agree. What time is Islam on in the UK? Your guess is as good as mine, man. Hey, Brady. What is up, Anthony? Question, what do you think of my parlay Nascimento round 1, Francisco round 1, Sergey by decision, $10 to pay $275? Well, I think it could happen. Weezy agreeing, Lemos being handsome. Renault and Stevens' last wins were on the same card. Can they repeat? Interesting stat there. Maybe. Wouldn't be completely shocked. Brady, you getting fired up for NFL soon? Can't wait. Yes, sir. I have a lot of plans for the NFL football season. Lots of things going on. So, yeah, I can't wait for it. I'm going to be busy as ever, but it should be very, very fun. On DK, D-Rod, or Rivera, if we're talking cash games, D-Rod. If we're talking tournament games, probably Vieira for that first round upside. But both fighters are very good plays. Stacking the Billy Q fight is a fantastic way to get different this week. Billy Q's fights score 145 points on average, while most others on the card are averaging 115 to 120 per fight. Shout out to Weezy for the stats. Yeah, I mean, I think it can score well. Did we lose Miles Johns? We did. We did, sadly. Is Ruiz a good dog tonight? I think not, but we'll see. A lot of people are on her. Like I said, I don't know if it's the bunny ears, the bunny tail, but I don't know. Lemos is going to be huge, man. I mean, she looked big. And Ruiz is small. She's 5 foot, 61-inch reach, one of the shortest reaches you ever see. Going to be a tough ask for her to be able to take down Lemos, hold her down, control her, grind her out. And the judges, nowadays they're scoring, damage over control time and doing nothing with it, which if Ruiz wins, it's going to be a lot of holding Lemos against the cage, doing nothing. But when it's at range, Lemos is going to destroy her. It's not going to be close. If Gamrot loses, I'm going to need stem cells to regrow my ass cheeks. I'm in deep. Yeah, I mean, I think Gamrot wins. I did not personally pull the trigger on him because of how dangerous Stevens is, but I do say it wins. Hey, Brady, hope all is well, brother. Who's the favorite most likely to crap the bed tonight? There's a couple of them, dude. Like, I think Vieira could crap the bed. We've seen it once. I think Little Figgy can crap the bed. I don't think he's great. Probably leaning those two. I think D-Rod gets it done. I think Islam gets it done. I think Lemos gets it done. I think who else is up there? Nascimento gets it done. So probably those two potentially. Little Figgy or Vieira. Guaranteed to win. I see. Yep, not betting it though, especially where the line's at now. What do you think about the first 3 fights not to go the distance? First 3 fights being Figuerado, Gordon, Nascimento, Badeau, and Taha Morozov. I kind of think Morozov Taha goes the distance, but the other two I do see finishing. I left 3,600 on the table when I set my DK lineups. I hope it's a super low ownership lineup. Yeah, I mean, if you left 3,600, especially on this slate, yeah, you're going to have. You'll probably be the only one with that lineup, to be honest. Because usually I leave salary on the table, but for this card, I didn't really do it because I do think a lot of these big favorites win. Gamrot potentially losing, maybe. I don't have a lot of confidence in him. Lemos looks like she can throw a punch like a middleweight. Yeah, she hits hard. And Cajeo looks like she needs to get hit. Yeah, Ruiz is very, very hittable. Stoltzfus, Dustin, Islam plus 209. There you go. How popular will Billy Q be on DK? So I kind of have ownerships prior to the Dos Santos fight being off. I have Billy Quarantillo at around 35%, but you got to imagine since Dos Santos is off the card, that probably goes to like 40-something% for Billy Q. I think he's going to be very, very high owned. He's going to be the most popular dog on the slate, you got to imagine. And I think he's going to be very, very chalky this week, Billy Q, because there's really not much options. And even in a loss, Quarantine would probably score as well. Let's go Khabib. Yep. Who's the GOAT in your opinion? What division are we talking? Been watching you for months. Appreciate that. Give me some winners for tonight. Yeah, I'll go over my bets once we get out of here pretty soon. I had John's. That fight's off. What is up, Blingy, in the chat? $5 donut. Appreciate that, Blingy. Say hi to Anna and Chappie. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Hi to Anna and Chappie. Appreciate the dono, Blingy, and good luck to you tonight. Gamrot is a future top contender, potentially. He would destroy Moises, potentially. Ruiz is fire. I concur. Lemos is very handsome. Yeah, Ruiz is fire and Lemos is handsome. I do agree with that statement. I think Morozov wins by mixing in the takedowns. I think striking is going to be competitive. Just needs to avoid that big shot. Taha hits hard. I think if Morozov loses, it's by knockout. But I do think Morozov is more likely to win minutes and pull off that decision. Could Badeau pull it off? Potentially. It's a heavyweight fight. Anything can happen. If Nascimento comes in here and wants to test out his striking, Badeau's live. But you got to think Nascimento, especially after his last fight, like he comes in here and shoots a takedown within the first 30 seconds. If he doesn't, I still think he wins. It's just going to be some problems. Can't read that comment, dude. Come on. Hi, Brady. We love you here in Ireland. Appreciate that. Is the fight not going the distance at plus money and the main event worth a shot? Yeah, so I did take a shot at it plus 110. I put a unit on it. I think there's a decent chance that it does finish. If it was a 3-round fight, I would not bet that, but we get an extra 2 rounds. Lots of question marks with this fight getting later in the fight because we have not seen Makhachev go into the 4th and 5th round. And I'm not so sure that Moises can keep up with the pace, but maybe we don't see Makhachev keep up with the pace. It's very, very interesting aspect of the fight, but I do think it finishes later in the fight. So, don't hate it. I don't hate it. Thanks, Brady. Lemos and Islam, is the juice worth the squeeze? Yeah, Lemos Islam probably comes out to like minus 300, minus 250. So probably not, to be honest. But I do think they both win. Sub Brady, late to the party, but never late beating the line move. Great work again. Appreciate that, Ron. Beat some line movement this week for sure. I'm trying to see what I did beat in terms of line movement. Beat some Morozov line movement. I got him at plus 141. Absolutely crushed the Daniel Rodriguez line movement. I got him at minus 215. He's now like minus 350. What else did I get here? Beat a little bit of the Nascimento fight doesn't go. That's about it in terms of line movement. But yeah, I think you're going to beat a ton of line movement next week. Already got on 3 bets, and we already see those lines moving. Yo, Brady, Billy Q looking sneaky. I wouldn't say sneaky. It seems like everybody's on him. But I think it's a solid shot. He could pull it off. There's not much dogs, so I do have a lot of them on DK. Morozov decision plus 240. I don't hate it. If all the favorites win, what dogs do you think score most in a loss? Billy Q. If all dogs lose, I think Billy Q scores well. He's going to throw a ton of volume, some takedowns, some control time. D-Rod at 13-1 by sub already has my sprinkle. Yep, me as well. Do you like Lemos on DK? I do. It's just I like Nascimento more. I like Islam Makhachev more. I like Vieira more. I like Figuerado more. I I like everybody more. I'm not saying she's a bad play, but I just have exposure to everybody else as well. Islam and Lemos both inside the distance plus 245. Not horrible. Boston Nick in the chat. What is up, Nick? What's up, Brady? What is up? Go check out Boston Nick and the guys at Pub Sports Radio. They're going live in 15 minutes. Live commentary, live betting. Always a great time. Lots of really sharp guys over there, and it's fun. It's fun. And we got Billy. Billy, I'm sure will be over there as well. Good luck, Brady. Fresh sweatshirt, though. Appreciate that, Billy. Hopefully you do well on your bets tonight. I saw you did post some. I liked them, so good luck to you. Hopefully you make some money. Sent you the link for tonight. Hope you can stop by. Yeah, I'll see. I'm going to a friend's house tonight, so I don't know if I'll be able to hop on, maybe potentially for a little bit. But I'll try to pop in the chat here and there for sure. Dillashaw or Sandhagen. Early look Sandhagen, but I still need to look into that fight. Biggest hot take tonight. Usually I do post my hot takes. Nothing really stuck out for me this week in terms of hot takes. Can't even give you one, man. Like some of these, I have takes, but they're not really hot. They're not really hot takes. Yeah, I don't really have any. Any chance Gordon gets the KO? I think if Gordon wins, it's probably a submission. 11:45. Okay, they pushed the card back, so that's cool. I'm not sure if they were going to do that or not, but yeah, glad they did. You guys are down on Lemos. You're not painting the picture. She looks better when her hair is wild. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. Sounds good. Sterling is MMA's biggest woke victim. Don't know what that means. Seeing as Figueredo's bro is absolutely a wet paper bag, maybe the draw bet is live. It could be because it looked like Rivera in their fight was pretty close to a 10-8. He was really teeing off on Figueredo in that third round. And then instead of continuing to try to knock him out, he took him down for some reason. But if he would have kept laying it on him, I think it could have potentially been a 10-8. But yeah, Rivera definitely dominated that round. So there was almost a draw in that Rivera fight. But yeah, I could see a situation where Figueredo wins those first two. He gasses out. He has no gas tank. And Gordon does win that third round pretty convincingly. But I think the most likely scenario is Figueredo knocks him out. But the very first punch he lands, Malcolm Gordon is so chinny. And I was potentially thinking about betting Malcolm Gordon, but watching his fights, the guy is just so chinny that it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Pound for pound, the worst chin I've ever seen in my life, and it's really not even close. Jason Witt, who fights in 2 weeks, he has a very bad chin. I thought at first he potentially had the worst chin I've ever seen, but after watching tape on Malcolm Gordon, the guy's 125 pounds as well, so it's just crazy. Like pound for pound, the worst chin probably in history, and it probably will go down as the worst chin in history. The guy gets hit once, and he's wobbling, he's stumbling. It's really bad. So I think that probably the very first hard shot that Figueredo lands, he's going to hurt Malcolm Gordon bad. But if Malcolm Gordon somehow does survive, I think he's very live to win this fight. It's just the chin is so bad. It's so bad. Nascimento in the first seems solid. Yeah, I took the inside the distance just in case it is like early second, third round, just to be safe. But yeah, first round probably happens. But I don't love the price there. Hot take: Stevens defends 10 takedowns or 10 defensive takedowns. Could happen. Hot take: Stevens out wrestles Gamrot. Interesting. That is a hot take. Yeah, maybe. D-Rod, worst Figgy, Islam, multi of the night. Thank me later. Yeah, I think it hits. I bet on Gordon in the first UFC fight. Man, was that disappointing? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. But we do have 400 in here for this card. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys can hit the like, subscribe. Have content coming out early in the week. Me and Uncle Weezy will break down next week's main event, which is a very good one. Sandhagen Dillashaw. I can't wait to get deep into that with Uncle Weezy. That'll be out on Monday. And then, as always, Tuesday, going to be the full card breakdown and predictions. I have a lot of work to do, so many fights. I hate when there's 14, 15 fights on a card. It's so much work, but it's gotta be done. Gotta be done. But yeah, next week's card is legit. It's a good card compared to this, especially. Like PayPal in the Discord was saying next week's fight card could be a pay-per-view, and I don't completely disagree. Next week's card is very good. How owned do you think Rivera will be tonight? Let me check my ownerships, and they kind of changed a little bit because we have a couple fights off. But I had Vieira at 38%, probably bump it up a little bit, probably low 40s for Vieira, especially at that price tag. I mean, people will probably be on him for the upside. We'll be waiting for the video with pound for pound worst chins in the UFC. I'll tell you this: if Malcolm Gordon gets knocked out tonight, you can expect that video to be out sometime either tomorrow or Monday. If Malcolm Gordon gets knocked out tonight, yep. Luke Rockhold will be in there. Jason Witt will be in there. A couple others as well. Any late scratches after Johnson? Not that I'm aware of. I'll tip you 2 nights with my wife. I got to pass on that one. My goodness. Gordon's going to get starched. If UFC wanted to keep him, he'd have fought Jerome Rivera. Yeah, I think he does get starched. It's so sad when you remember this was meant to be Max Holloway. That is sad. Yeah, big Max Holloway fan. Yep, dogs are tough. Dogs are tough. Tape by submission, potentially. Renault's never been finished in her career, and she's like 44. But it could happen. Favorite underdog on DK, either Morozov or Billy Q. Best bet with all things considered. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling on picking like a best bet. I like them probably all the same amount. I guess if anything, I think Rivera, Nascimento, both of those fights finishing minus 135, a unit and a half into that's probably my favorite bet of the night. I think both fights finish pretty easily, to be honest. So probably that, if anything. I also like my parlay of Daniel Rodriguez, Lemos, minus 134, 1.5 units on that. Other than that, like nothing really completely sticks out as like a best bet or a favorite bet. Is Lemos single? I imagine. Popular opinion: Brady sweatshirt game rivals the 1980s Cosby sweater. Yeah, I don't know. Brady include clips in the Chins video if possible. Yeah, I don't really know how to do that. It might just be like a slideshow situation type thing. I like Badeau tonight. Guess I'm alone on that one. Yeah, you're probably alone on that one. But hey, it's heavyweight. Anything can happen. I had to change the Miles Johns fight on the fly. What a disappointment. I agree. Deja vu. Happened last week as well. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here in about 5 minutes. I do want to go through the Topology predictions. Do you like D-Rod and Parsons fighting the decision as a parlay leg? I do. Parsons has never seen the scorecards or the third round. Is it a good idea to stack the final fight in cash? Yeah, in tournaments, potentially. All right, so we'll get to the Topology predictions, and then I'll go over my bets, and then we'll head out of here and get ready for the card. By the way, I do think they pushed it back like 30 minutes as well, but I have some stuff to do before the fights. Okay. Nascimento, Badeau, 93% Nascimento makes sense. Not many people on Badeau. Figuerado, Gordon, 90% on Figuerado. Again, I think he does win. This one surprised me, although the fight's off. John's 92%, which is very weird because I saw a lot of people like that do videos and all that content really high on Dos Santos for some reason. But you see the public 92% on Johns, which was the second or third highest or fourth highest picked on the entire slate. So that was interesting. But sadly, the fight is off. This one's interesting. Morozov, 65% for on Topology, and we see him as a dog here. Probably the most popular dog on the entire slate outside of Billy Quarantillo, who we'll get to. Lemos, 85%. Ruiz, 15%. I think that 15% is maybe picking based off of looks. I don't know. But tough fight for Ruiz here. D-Rod, 93%. Parsons, 7%. Agree there. Quarantillo, 69%. Benitez, 31%. Yeah, lots of love on Quarantillo. He is people's dogs of the week. I think is a good chance to win, but I am personally going with Benitez there. Vieira, Stoltzfus, 82% Vieira. Yeah, if that Hernandez fight did not happen, we'd probably see him up in that 90%, but it's really hard to trust the guy. I think he wins, but hard to lay money on that guy. Gamrot, 85%, Stevens, 15%. That's kind of surprising. I do see a lot of love for the Stevens side, but I am on Gamrot personally. Misha Tate, 87%. Renault, 13%. Yeah, interesting there as well. A lot of people very high on Tate after 2 pregnancies and a 5-year layoff, but I do think this is a very winnable fight for her if she shows up and looks anything like she did 5-6 years ago. But again, that was 5-6 years ago. And then Makhachev, 95%, Moises, 5%. So Makhachev being the highest picked on the card, and the closest fight being that Morozov and Taha fight. Not a lot of close fights, but that one being the closest there. So yeah, I don't really see many dogs winning. I mean, I think Quarantillo has a chance. I think Morozov has a chance. And other than that, it's kind of just like dart throws for these dogs. I think a lot of favorites get it done this week. Yeah, I think a lot of favorites win, to be honest. No problem, B. Thanks for hanging out. As always, you're the man. Thanks for the stream, Brady. Enjoy the fights tonight. You as well. Good luck to you. Brady, good luck, my man. Thanks for all you do. No problem. Good luck to you as well. Odds are bad. You got lots of favorites. Time left for the match. I believe it'll be like 30 minutes, probably. Yeah, 6 minutes fight. That's when it's supposed to start, but we did lose the fight, so I'm assuming they're going to push it back. I'd say around like 7:30 Eastern time. Joining late, DK ownership on Lemos. Think will be overload at the price. Yeah, I have Lemos at 34% with the first fight or John's fight being on. So you got to imagine like bump it up a little bit, 35%, 36. Thanks, Daddy. No problem, Melon. Good luck to you as well. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Take it easy. You as well. Good luck to you. All right, so I will go through my bets real quick, and then we'll head out of here. So I do have 1 unit on Sergey Morozov, plus 141. Beat some line movement on that. We'll see what happens. I think he does win minutes of this fight, and outside of him getting knocked out, I do think he takes a decision. Miles Johns Dos Santos fight is off. I had a 2-unit bet on Johns as well as half a unit on the under. Those bets are both off. 2 parlays this week. Daniel Rodriguez parlayed with Amanda Lemos, minus 134, 1.5 units. Beat a lot of line movement on the D-Rod side of things, and even the Lemos as well. So I do like that parlay quite a bit. The other parlay being Rodolfo Vieira. Stoltzfus fight doesn't go the distance. Parlayed with Nascimento Badeau. Fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 135, 1.5 units on that. For the main event, I do have Moises Makhachev. Fight doesn't go the distance. I am expecting a late finish in this fight. Plus 110, 1 unit on it. Francisco Figueiredo versus Malcolm Gordon. Under 2.5 rounds. Minus 150, 1.5 units on it. I do think there will be a early Figueiredo finish, if not a late Malcolm Gordon finish, but more than likely Figgy knockout. D-Rod wins by KO, 0.75 units, minus 125. D-Rod wins by submission, 0.25 units, plus 1,600. I'd really like to hit that. And then I also added 3 late additions. Lemos wins in round 1, 0.25 units, plus 320. Lemos wins in round 2, 0.25 units, plus 550. Lemos has 7 of her 9 wins in that first round. And then I also added Nascimento wins inside the distance, half a unit, minus 190, a little bit to get a little bit back there. So those are my bets. Good luck to you and all your bets. I think it's a solid card from a betting standpoint, a DK standpoint as well, although there will be a lot of ties, but still should be fun. And yeah, good luck, guys. Let's go. Does Islam fight go the distance? I lean towards no. We got Melon getting the emojis in the chat. I like it. All right, so you can hit me up on Twitter if you do want to talk throughout the fights. I will be somewhat active tonight. DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers. Hit me up there. And until then, we'll talk to you guys soon. Check out Stat Diggers tomorrow on Pub Sports Radio, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And also look out for a possible recap live stream, as always, tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time as well. That's about it, guys. And good luck. And let's make some money for UFC Vegas 31.